When you hear the name Miley Cyrus, your brain probably flashes to her swinging on a wrecking ball like it's just another day at the office, belting out high notes that make your dog nervous, or rocking the stage with her fairy godmother Dolly Parton like some glitter-soaked Disney fever dream. But while we were busy jamming to her hits, Miley was secretly wrestling with real-life drama that even reality TV couldn't script. Behind the sequins and spotlight was a health scare intense enough to make a grown man clutch his pearls. So buckle up, grab some popcorn, or maybe a stress ball, because what you're about to read is the wild backstage pass to Miley's fight, her fears, and her fabulous comeback. A show must go on. Let's rewind to New Year's Eve 2023. While the world was popping champagne and dancing terribly in living rooms, Miley Cyrus was hosting NBC's high-energy New Year's Eve special with none other than Dolly Parton. But behind her electric performance, something far less festive was happening inside her body: a ruptured ovarian cyst. Yes, you read that right. Miley was literally co-hosting, singing duets like Wrecking Ball, Jolene, and I Will Always Love You, while dealing with excruciating pain that would make most of us curl up in fetal position, clutching a heating pad and begging for mercy. In a candid conversation on Apple Music with Zane Lowe, Miley finally let the world in on the secret she had been hiding. "I had an ovarian cyst rupture," she revealed. "We didn't know exactly what was going on at first, but it was pretty traumatic because it was extremely excruciating." Let's pause for a second and appreciate the sheer commitment to professionalism here. Most of us would have canceled everything faster than you can say New Year's Eve countdown, but not Miley. She pushed through, performing alongside Dolly, smiling for the cameras, and delivering a show that looks seamless to the millions watching at home. If that isn't rockstar level endurance, I don't know what is. What exactly is an ovarian cyst anyway? For those lucky enough to be unfamiliar with ovarian cysts, consider yourselves blessed. Here's a quick biology lesson. Ovarian cysts are small, fluid-filled sacs that develop either inside or on the surface of an ovary. Most are harmless and go away on their own, but when they decide to go rogue, grow too big, twist, or rupture, they can cause a parade of unpleasant symptoms: pelvic pain, bloating, abdominal pressure, and sometimes severe agony. In Miley's case, her cyst decided to throw a New Year's Eve party of its own and burst unexpectedly, creating what she described as a traumatic and intensely painful situation. Despite this, she finished the broadcast with all the energy and charisma we've come to expect from her. It's the kind of resilience that deserves its own Grammy category: Best Performance While in Utter Agony. The conversation that changed everything. After the glitter settled and the confetti was swept away, Miley faced a lingering question. Was it time to step away from the spotlight? The incident made her question her career and the toll it was taking on her physically and emotionally. Enter Lorne Michaels, the legendary creator of Saturday Night Live and one heck of a dinner companion. Over a meal, Michaels gave Miley a piece of advice that would stick with her like glitter on stage clothes. "Everybody has 6 months to feel sorry for themselves, and then we start to rebuild." That simple but profound statement became a guiding light for Miley. "By Christmas and New Year, I had expired my amount of time that I was allowed to shut down," she reflected. Basically, she gave herself permission to feel all the feels. But then it was time to get back up, dust herself off, and keep moving forward. Vocal cord struggles. As if dealing with rupturing cysts wasn't enough, Miley also opened up about another ongoing struggle: her vocal cords. Specifically, a large polyp that affects her voice. Now, most people would probably consider this a professional nightmare, but Miley has somehow turned lemons into lemonade, or maybe into a chart-topping single. She credits the vocal cord condition for giving her voice that uniquely raspy, gravelly texture that's become her trademark. "It's given me a lot of the tone and the texture that has made me who I am," she explained. Of course, it hasn't been without its challenges. The strain sometimes makes performances more difficult, but for Miley, it's simply part of her journey and part of what makes her voice instantly recognizable. Honestly, her vocal cords sound like they've been through more drama than a soap opera, but we wouldn't have it any other way. The long battle with substance dependency. Miley's roller coaster ride didn't stop at health issues. She's been incredibly open about her struggles with substance abuse, another challenge she's faced head on. In a brutally honest interview with Rolling Stone back in December 2020, Miley shared how she battled with alcohol and illegal drugs in her younger years. But seeing the tragic early deaths of fellow music icons like Amy Winehouse, Janis Joplin, and Jimi Hendrix made her reassess her choices. "I wanted to pull myself together before I hit 27, she said, referencing referencing the infamous 27 Club of artists who lost their lives at that tender age. Miley's candor about her battles is refreshingly honest in an industry that often sweeps such issues under the rug. And while sobriety hasn't always been a straight line for her, because let's face it, nothing about Miley Cyrus has ever been a straight line, she's now found peace in a sober lifestyle. "Sobriety is like my God," she proclaimed. "I need it. I live for it. It's changed my entire life." The almost too real moment that nearly broke her. In the same interview, Miley admitted there was a moment when she felt dangerously close to falling apart entirely. "I was so close to, who's sitting here right now, but life had more lessons for me," she shared. That's the thing about Miley. She doesn't just survive her hardships, she transforms them into stepping stones. Each struggle becomes a lyric, a performance, a new chapter in her story that continues to captivate fans worldwide. Flowers, Grammys, and a bold new era. Fast forward to 2024, and Miley's resilience paid off spectacularly. She snagged her first career Grammy for her hit song, Flowers, a well-deserved recognition for an artist who's continually reinvented herself and poured every ounce of her journey into her music. Flowers quickly became an anthem of empowerment, self-love, and resilience, resonating with listeners across the globe. Let's face it, we've all sung into our hairbrushes pretending we were belting out Flowers in the shower. Or was that just me? And if you thought Miley was slowing down after her Grammy win, think again. She's entering what she calls a theatrical and fashionable era, which is set to kick off with the release of her 9th studio album, Something Beautiful, on May 30th, 2025. But wait, there's more. Miley's not just dropping an album, she's releasing a full companion film to go along with it, described as an immersive experience that blends music and film. This project promises to be another bold artistic evolution for an artist who's never been afraid to push boundaries. Honestly, at this point, Miley could release a cooking show where she burns toast and we'd still tune in. That's the power of Miley, the resilience of a star who refuses to dim. Miley Cyrus's journey is a masterclass in resilience. From health crises to vocal cord challenges, from substance dependency to emotional breakdowns, she's faced it all. But instead of letting these obstacles define her, she's used them as fuel for her ever-evolving career. She's not just a pop star, she's a survivor, a fighter, and frankly, one of the most relatable celebrities out there. Because whether you're famous or not, life throws curveballs. The key is how you catch them, or in Miley's case, how you turn them into chart-topping singles, Grammy wins, and unforgettable performances. Her story reminds us that it's okay to fall apart sometimes. It's okay to question everything. What matters is that we pick ourselves back up, rebuild, and keep moving forward, preferably while belting out our own version of Wrecking Ball for good measure. So as Miley steps into her next era with Something Beautiful, one thing is crystal clear. She's not just surviving, she's thriving, and we'll be right here, front row, cheering her on. If you enjoyed this wild ride through Miley's incredible journey, don't forget to smash that like button like Miley smashed that wrecking ball. Hit subscribe so you never miss a backstage pass to more jaw-dropping celebrity stories. And ring that notification bell because you know you don't want FOMO when the next drama drops.